Hi guys, we've got quite an exciting day planned today. We've decided that we're going to buy a camper now. We're unsure what we're going to buy. We've been looking at specifications of Volkswagen Californias, we've been looking at the Ford Nuggets, we've been looking at conversions. We're not particularly fussed on the conversions. We prefer the sort of fit and finish of something that's ready-made. But we're still exploring all the different options. Unfortunately, at the moment, there's quite a lead time. If you do order a new vehicle, we're currently in August 2021, and you're not looking at getting any new orders into the country, either the Ford Nuggets or the Californias, till about April 2022. So we've got 8-9 months to get it right, really. But if we are going to go for a new vehicle, we need to get it ordered pretty much within the next few weeks to get it for spring next year.
So why are we going to look at a Ford Custom Transit this morning, Nath? Because, go on, explain. We can't find a Ford Nugget to look at, can we, in the country?
Oh no, that's true. That's true. It's surprising actually. You can't actually find a Ford Nugget in the whole of the UK. There's nothing in stock, or certainly nothing that we've been able to find in any car garage anywhere that we can go and have a look at one. Which is surprising really, because I think Ford sort of expect you to order the van, hope for the best, and then pay for it when it arrives. All the reports obviously are that it's a great van. You know, Rebecca's been in touch with who's that couple in Italy?
It's the Cali family.
The Cali family in Italy. I think Rebecca's been communicating with them, and they said that the fit and finish on the Ford Nugget is amazing. And because they've had a California VW before that, they obviously can compare the two. But they said that we'd be happy with either, but they really like the Ford Nugget.
So we're going to have a look at the Transit, particularly to look at the dash and cam, aren't we? Because this will be an everyday vehicle for us, an everyday driving vehicle. So we don't really want to feel like we're just driving around in a van. Which obviously the Volkswagen Ocean, the dash is lovely, isn't it?
Well, if you look at this is the Volkswagen Tiguan.
Yeah, and it's the same as this, so it does feel like driving a car.
Yeah, the thing we like about the Tiguan is obviously this part of the dash. You've got the digital dash part at the front, and it's a really nice driving experience. You've got a lovely, you know, leather steering wheel with all these bits and pieces, and it's exactly the same layout, I believe, in the Ocean.
So the Ocean is the 6.1 that we're talking about, but if we were to buy a panel van 6.1 and do a conversion, this doesn't come as standard in that. In fact, I don't think you can even upgrade. I don't think you can get this sort of dash in a panel van. So that's why we've been put off a little bit of conversions, because that does feel like the conversions do feel a little bit more van-like in the dash. So that's why we're going to having a look at the Ford to see if we like the dash.
What do you think, babe?
I think it's nice. You're a bit spoilt by the Ocean. 6.1 dash in the Ocean is like a car. It's like our Tiguan. So you've only got a small sort of digital part there. The rest isn't digital. And I don't know whether you can get it in an automatic, which would be nicer. But it is nice. It's a nice high driving seat.
Yeah. We can't take this out to test drive though, because they've got no demonstrators here today. But it does look a good spec, doesn't it? So is this the one that you suggested would be good for conversion?
Yes, because this one's got a single seat, which can easily be made into a swivel rather than the bench, which we wouldn't want, would we?
What's the back like? Oh, that's a huge space. That's really big.
Well, you can make both of them swivel.
So yeah, take the bulkhead out. Did he tell you what the base price on this vehicle is?
No.
I like the wheels and the two-tone paint effect on this. It's beautiful. So that's the active. And this is the one that most people are saying would be good for conversion if you didn't want to go for the Nugget. And obviously you can get that in the long wheelbase as well, which is about 400mm longer.
Yeah, but I like a high driving seat, don't you?
My belly look okay.
I'm cutting it out, don't worry. From the passenger side as well, by the look of it. Electric windows. I like the space in between the two seats. One of the dogs would end up down there, I think.
So we've had a look at some Ford Transit Customs with a view to having them converted. We've been out to see some conversion companies. VW Works is one of them that we went to have a look at in Nantwich in Cheshire.
He was very good. If we were going to have a conversion, we'd go with him, wouldn't we?
He was absolutely amazing.
Because he's got an eye for detail.
He'd actually converted a Crafter, and I think it's one of the videos that he's actually got on his own website, but that conversion was amazing. But you're looking at probably anywhere between 20 and 25,000 to convert say a Volkswagen Transporter size van, and anywhere from sort of 25 up to maybe 40,000 to convert the bigger vans. So we have to sort of factor all those costs in to see whether it's really worth our while converting a van or buying something that's already done, such as maybe a Ford Nugget or a Volkswagen Ocean. So what we're doing today is we've been in touch with a dealership over in Wrexham in Wales. They've said that they've got a 2018 T6 Ocean in Mojave Beige with just under 10,000 miles on the clock. So they said that we can go down and have a look at that and give it a test drive. So we've never actually test driven one yet, so it's going to be a really interesting day, and we'll obviously do a little bit of video as we're in that van, discuss some of the specs, and hopefully it's going to get us a little bit nearer to making our decision as to what we're going to order in terms of either a bare van that we're going to convert or buy something already done. Well, we've just arrived in Wrexham at the VW dealership, and this is the van we've come to look at. It's a Mojave Beige Ocean 2018, absolutely immaculate.
They can't just buy it, you see.
Yeah, the condition of this vehicle is excellent. You've got the older dash with it being the T6, and obviously it's a manual. We always like the idea of an auto. We've got the older sort of beige carpets, but the condition of the van is amazing. I suppose you'd expect that from something that's only done 10,000 miles. You've got the older style front end. You can actually see the difference looking at that one. That's the T6, that's the T6.1. So you've got the different grille, different style headlights. And I think on the newer Oceans you have the LED lights as standard. I don't think this one's got that. But nevertheless, a very nice van.
It's a really nice, comfortable seat, comfortable ride. Really nice. I think we said earlier, because we did a video and then
next left onto Clay Road, B5102.
We did a video and it didn't come out. But we did a test drive in a double cab conversion, and the ride was terrible. That seat in particular, because it was a cab seat anyway.
Yeah, and the other thing that you might not be aware of is when they convert vans and put a swivel mechanism onto a double passenger seat, your ride height is up here. You know, it lifts you up probably.
Yes, so your feet are sort of off the ground, which doesn't make you feel very stable either.
Whereas I think if you're doing long journeys on it and you haven't got, you know, loads of kids to think about, the single seats in the front are definitely much more comfortable. you've got the twin armrests.
In 300 yards, at the roundabout, take the third exit and stay on B5102.
So I can watch that. I'll just head back to the garage and then we can go a bit further if you want to, when we're up that way.
Just getting you to turn around here.
I know.
So what do you think of the power?
Oh, I don't think it's any issue at all. For us, I think we're more than happy with that. This is a manual. I do prefer an automatic. Oh look, is that Kestrel? Sat on the lamppost.
Missed it.
I like it. I like an automatic, but the height of that's lovely. So if you were, I mean, you can't have a manual now anyway, can you? But the height's lovely. It's a nice position for it.
So what are you leaning toward, Ford or Volkswagen?
Well, I think I'd rule out a Volkswagen conversion because the price is so similar to this. Once you get a base vehicle and you spec it similar to the Ocean, there's something like, I think it was about a £3,000 difference in it when we looked, so I don't think I'd have the conversion based on that. So it would probably be between the Ford conversion and this. And to go for a conversion, I think you'd have to be significantly cheaper than this, if you know what I mean. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
Obviously the spec on the Volkswagen Ocean is quite a lot better than the Ford, because it's the Ford Custom, isn't it? But it's still nice.
I think we'll probably just have to put a list in of what some of the differences are that will maybe convince us one way or the other.
Well, there are definitely pros and cons to the conversions over this, and vice versa, aren't there? Like in a conversion, we would have had a long wheelbase, we would have got twin sliding doors, so then we could have had like the kitchen pivot out. That would have been a really nice feature. You can also have like an oven installed in a conversion, or a little microwave, something like that. This doesn't come in a long wheelbase, it's only got the one sliding door. So they're certain things, aren't they? There are definitely perks to conversions, but I don't think the standard is ever quite as good as a factory fit, is it? Plus, if you go for a conversion, the Ocean Dash is very particular to the Ocean. You don't get that in the 6.1 panel van. So if you got a 6.1 panel van and converted it, it wouldn't be the same as this. The 6.1 panel van Dash is a little bit more van-like, whereas the Ocean Dash, not this one because this is the T6, is actually identical to in our Volkswagen Tiguan, isn't it? So they've made it more like a car, so you've got the